I swear, if Axel isn't in this series, I'm launching a power missile straight up someone's. What's going on, Twisted Metal fans? Peacock just dropped a brand new trailer on us that is packed with even more Twisted Metal Easter eggs, characters, and more of this vehicular combat story. So we're breaking down everything in hopes that the big two-wheeled boy, Axel, actually got an invite. So if you're new here, welcome. I am your host, J-Buck. Please hit that like and subscribe button as it helps the channel and allows me to purchase even more ricochet bombs because I'm pinballing them up and down the streets of Paris. So from this new footage and synopsis floating around, it sounds like a majority of this 10-episode series is going to follow Anthony Mackie's John Doe character, working as a courier, delivering much-needed supplies across this post-apocalyptic landscape. His John Doe character isn't directly pulling from the games, but is kind of piecemealing things like the fact that John Doe had amnesia in one of the games and drove a similar red vehicle in Twisted Metal 2 as he does in this trailer. Roadkill, baby! John gets this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to pick up and deliver something of great value, which here appears to be a couple of boxes, potentially a Plains black box, which would tie in with Agent Stone's story from the original Twisted Metal. It's looking like Neve Campbell's Raven character is going to be the one to hire him. Again, taking bits and pieces from the game, as her character is much more of a teenage goth chick, but rather here, she looks to be the leader of New San Francisco. Aside from her name, little to nothing is known of this version of Raven, but with her promising wishes and being someone with decent power structure, I'm curious if she's going to be the Calypso of this series, especially if this happy scene with John Doe is all a mirage, a brief glimpse at her power. Now, if you don't know, game-wise, Calypso was the madman to put together the Twisted Metal contest to begin with, and if you were lucky enough to come up as the winner of the competition, you'd be granted with one wish, anything you wanted. But it's all a monkey paw situation with the wishes always having kind of an asterisk next to them. Like, you want to be the hottest man in the world, women crawling all over you, but yeah, small PP. Either way, the Calypso guy must exist in this universe because his name is spray painted on one of the street signs, so maybe a tease of him showing up at the end in some capacity. With John Doe taking the job, I'm guessing that his wish will be remembering what the amnesia is blocking. I have a theory that ties in with events of the games, but I'm going to save that for a potential spoiler warning section at the end. Anyway, John appears to make his way through California, Vegas, an amusement park potentially being the adventure park map from the 2012 reboot, the Midwest, and also Chicago, as we can see from the Sears Tower. Along the way, it looks like he begrudgingly picks up Stephanie Beatrice's character of Quiet. This is a new character developed for the series, but she's said to be a quiet car thief who is on the hunt for revenge. Not sure against who or what, but Richard Cabral from Mayans is said to be her brother, Loud. Get it? Do you get it? Quiet and Loud?
Comedy!
But that's probably why Quiet wants to road trip to Chicago, and the pair looking up is her finally being reunited with her brother. It sounds like the world went to hell roughly 20 years ago, either from a nuclear blast or something far more supernatural. But all of the major cities are kind of blocked off from the outside world, very similar to how they are in World War Z or The Last of Us. And each city is run, or kind of looks like it's run by a different faction, honestly, like the maps and bosses from the games. So I'm assuming Raven has most of California, Sweet Tooth is rocking out in Las Vegas using the DMV as a torture chamber, which kind of has the same red line design as the ending live-action sequences from the original Twisted Metal game. And Thomas Hayden Church's Agent Stone, who is similar to that of the later games, full-on police mode, driving the Outlaw police car along with the SUV version of Outlaw, running the highways, trying to establish law and order back to the divided states of America, but with a bit more of a skewed, kind of aggressive perspective. Even though I am massively bummed out that it's not a vehicular combat contest, but rather looking like a wacky comedy-fueled road trip type show, I'm staying optimistic. But there are even more glimpses, hints, and teases at other characters showing up along the way. Lou Beatty Jr. steps into the shoes of Tommy, a grizzled cartographer with important knowledge of the dangers lurking in the wild Midwest, someone I'm sure John Doe is going to have to utilize and make his way across the divided states. Michael Mitchell, seen in the DMV when Sweet Tooth rescues all of them, is playing Stu, one half of the Stu and Mike buddy car duo of Hammerhead featured in Twisted Metal 2. It looks like the pair may be actually working for Sweet Tooth here. We also have Chloe Feynman, who looks to be playing either Amanda Watts or Miranda Watts, who are twin sisters, driving the Twister Indy car from Twisted Metal 2 and Twisted Metal Head On. Jason Mantzoukas,
I am day drunk, get ready to see my dick,
who may be playing Preacher from Twisted Metal Black. His outfit feels very Preacher-esque, especially the hat, and via IMDb, someone does the stunts for Preacher, so maybe? Let me know if you think he's playing someone else in the comments. There's a few car cameos that I absolutely love, though. Thumper, the pink vehicle, even though it's supposed to be a lowrider, this kind of looks more like a hearse. The gun-mounted truck in the mall is definitely Warthog, or, you know, it kind of looks a little Army-esque. And the big old semi dark side, so maybe Mr. Ash and some supernatural weird stuff. Hell, maybe even Minion makes an appearance or is at least mentioned. On top of that, and take all of this with a grain of salt, but the cast list via IMDb lists a handful of franchise favorites like Carl and Jamie Roberts, who drove the outlaw police cars in both Twisted Metal 1 and 2, so they could potentially be part of Stone's police squad. Mr. Slam, who rocked the construction vehicles in Twisted Metal 2, Granny Dread, another driver of the Hammerhead monster truck vehicle, and a member of Dollface's army is listed. So that means that maybe Dollface might show up or be mentioned, meaning surprises are definitely around every single deadly corner in this series. Now give me Axel and Mr. Grimm, I'm begging you, please! There are some clever Easter eggs tucked away for hardcore fans too, so at least they're diving into some of the lore, characteristics, and small things that make the games what they are. Like this opening bit looks to feature the inside temple of the Amazonian level in Twisted Metal 2. Anthony Mackie uses the shotgun weapon from the rebooted 2012 Twisted Metal game. The Ferris wheel, like I mentioned, kind of looks like Adventure Park from that same 2012 reboot. Mackey's Big Gulp Cup features lightning bolts referencing the lightning bolt weapon from Twisted Metal 2. Raven is wearing a similar pendant to that of the games that she wears. But the biggest Easter egg is what John Doe is tasked with stealing, and may actually give away the ending of this series. So now is your spoiler warning for both the games and potentially the TV series. If you don't want to be spoiled, then grasshopper jump out of here. But thank you so much for watching. Okay, so from the looks of the two items in the safe, this is going to be a flight black box that needs to be delivered because it has evidence of why the world went to 20 years ago. And it was because of aliens. What? So in the first Twisted Metal game, this is what Agent Stone was trying to win, and also I think Warthog was trying to stop it from being released. But it's a recording that proves that aliens are real, Among Us, everything.
What is that? What the hell is that? Andy, look at that. Some sort of weather balloon, maybe. It's not coming up on radar. No, I'm gonna have to call this one in. Hang on. Paris Tower, this is Pan West, flight 1745. We seem to have a situation here. It's some sort of craft. I think I want to report a UFO. Jesus! Pull up now!
That's a valuable piece of information you've got there.
So this potentially may be what we see crash into Earth with the young-looking Agent Stone, and essentially this black box is going to be the MacGuffin that leads us through the post-apocalyptic hellscape, proving that Raven or Calypso are actually aliens, which allows them to grant wishes. I mean, it's a stretch, but
hey, it could happen.
And if this series is really bringing in John Doe's amnesia, it means that they are going to have some huge reveals for that character as well. In the game, after winning the Twisted Metal competition, John asks Calypso who he was, with Calypso tossing over a wallet with his real ID, showing that John was an undercover FBI agent trying to take down a terrorist cult. However, John had kind of stopped a planned bombing, but the amnesia was a result of his heroic actions. As his memory flurries back to him, he soon remembers that Calypso is number 2 on the FBI's top 10 most wanted list, as Calypso thanks him for participating in Twisted Metal and then pow, boo boo, pew pew, shoots him multiple times. In John's final moments, he remembers he had a wife and 2 children as he passes. Now, do they keep this twist ending for the series, or is this twist more alien-related? I'm probably leaning towards more of the second option, but they could somehow fuse the two together. The show looks and feels pretty lighthearted comedic-wise, but does have some gnarly violence in there. Heck, if this does well, maybe each season is following a new driver as they make their way through some sort of adventure, or Season 1 ends with a tease of the games on the horizon. Either way, there's going to be a mix of every game's lore while pumping in new stuff, but the biggest confirmation is going to be the involvement of the black box, potentially aliens, with a connection to Calypso.
I am Calypso, and I thank you for playing Twisted Metal.
Anyway, the series is dropping all 10 episodes on July 27th, so I'm staying optimistic. The heavier lean on comedy worries me a bit, but if we get some ridiculous fun car combat between the comedic drama, this could be a decent weekend binge. I'm curious, what are your thoughts, though, so far? Will you be watching this day one? What games did you play growing up? And what fan-favorite characters do you hope show up in this new Twisted Metal series? Let us know everything in the comments below. Also, monthly giveaway competitions have started up, so we'll be giving away 2 copies of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 on the 15th of August, and all you gotta do to get a chance of winning this is like the video, make sure to subscribe to this channel with notifications on, and drop a comment below with your thoughts on Twisted Metal. We'll pick the comments at random on the 15th, and the winners will be featured on screen next month. Thank you again for watching through all of this. We'll have an ending explained for Mission Impossible soon, and of course, our weekly Hijack episode breakdowns. So please like and subscribe if you haven't. It would be much appreciated. And if you want even more content, please check out all of my other social media accounts from my Shorts and Clips YouTube channel, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, everything. Please and thank you. Otherwise, that is everything I've got for you. Much love, stay tuned, and peace out, dudes!